Morning, guys. This is Mike and Karen with RV Hounds. We left Nason Creek Campground in the Wenatchee National Forest earlier this morning, and we are on Highway 97 headed north up to Conconully, Washington. We stopped here at a historical marker off of Highway 97, and I thought I'd share it with you. I'd never heard of this, the Caribou Trail. Apparently they were driving cows from, or cattle from up through Washington up into the Caribou area of British Columbia into the gold fields. So it's kind of interesting, and I thought I'd share that with you. A little internet research showed that they made actually a movie called The Caribou Trail, starring, I think, Randolph Scott, and there are several books also written about that. So anyway, thought I'd share that. We're going to get back on the road here and keep heading up towards Conconully, Washington. Okay, looks like we have another historical marker coming up here. So we'll pull over and take a little look and see what part of history we got here. Okay, we got a little history here on Scotch Creek Basin, which is behind the sign. I'll take a picture of the Scotch Creek Basin area and post that right after this picture here. But there's the historical marker, and I'll let you take a look at the picture of Scotch Creek Basin behind it there. And I see hopefully we're going to take a little trip up the Sinlahekin Road, which will go up that Sinlahekin Valley, and Fish Lake will be one of the areas we go to, which is I see mentioned there as providing water into the basin in the wet years. Okay, well, time to get back on the road, and we'll head, hopefully, I think the next stop will be Conconully, and we'll check out the state park there and see if they got any openings for us. Morning, guys. Mike with RV Hounds. We spent in the last video we were at Nason Creek Campground. From there we left the next day and came up here. Went north from Wenatchee, went north and decided we were just going to look and see what we could find up here. We ended up in Conconully, which is a little west of Okanagan, up in the Sinlahekin Valley area. And we ended up at Conconully State Park. And I'll take you on a small tour of the park here and show some of the amenities that they have here. Here's the park and the entrance to the park. They have a huge day use facility here, quite large. And day Discover Pass is required if you want to use the day use area, or $10 a day. And they have a little history there, a little cabin there from back in the 1880s. That's a replica, but a little history there. But here's the park area. This is the day use area here. As you can see, it goes quite a ways down there. I probably can't see them real well, but there's some cabins down there you can rent at this state park also. But one thing that's really interesting is these trees, these huge, I guess they're a weeping willow tree, but they're just huge. And there's several of them around the park here. You come in, got a nice restroom facility here. Really, the state does a pretty good job. There's really top-notch restroom there. Very clean. A lot of hands-free type faucets and stuff in there. And then right as you're coming in, this place does have a dump station right here. As you're leaving, you can do your dumping. We have a couple areas here. We'll see a map here later, but there's what they call primitive tent camping, standard camping, then the water electric, and they also have some full hookups, but they're not in this part of the park. There's a little separate area of the park that has the full hookups. But anyway, we come in here, and as you can see, the main entrance here. We'll go down here and take a look at the park info sign. Here's the pay station here. Try to get in here so you can take a look at some of the information there. There, let's see if I can zoom in. Here's a picture of, there's a map of all the facilities they got. That's here, that's right down here. Also, you go out of town into a little different area of this overall map there. It kind of shows you there's another area up here on a different road that has some full hookup sites up there. But yeah, here is the standard one down here with both tent camping and partial hookup sites here. And we have all our safety information there also. And as you come in past the pay station here, you got all your standard tent camping sites off this side, over in that way. And then as you make a turn this way, you run into the water electric hookups on this area. They have both 50 amp, 30 amp, and 120 volt, and there is water at each site also. And like you can see, it's right next to the day use area. You can go from here. You can also walk down to Lake Conconully down below. And we got this site here right on the corner. Kind of interesting. We were the last came in on a Saturday afternoon, and it was the last water electric site that was available here. One thing that was interesting, it looks like this is a really interesting area for ATV or the Razor type vehicles. You can actually drive them on the roads in town. By the way, the Conconully is a small town also, but as you can see, there's quite a few people have left already. But yeah, there's a lot of people here this weekend with their the Razors and side-by-sides, I guess you call them. But yeah, and I think they even have a festival in town. But from here, from the campground, you can go through town and then up into the mountains. This is the back of my site. Our site is right next to the area. You can see a little split rail fence here. Little pole fence, I guess. But yeah, and here's these trees. They're just massive. Today it looks like it's going to be almost a cloudless, beautiful day. A little cool in the morning. It was probably low 40s or high 30s. Even had a little hint of frost this morning, but as soon as that sun came up over the hill, that really starts warming up fast. As you can see down through there, you can see the lake starting to there. And if we go over this way, you can see the lake down there off to the right of where the fence goes there. You can see the lake. You can walk down there. Lake is a little low right now, but and there's a creek running through there also. Okay, a little later in the afternoon, I'll take a walk down the area with the utilities for the trailers. We'll take a look at some of those sites right now. And like I said before, that's my site. I think I showed you a little bit before, but being later in the day, it's Sunday afternoon, and as you can see, the whole park is just about cleared out. So if you can, arriving Sunday afternoon looks like a real good time, or a good chance that you can get what you want. But here's some of the sites. You can see them, they're a little emptier now. Pretty long sites. These are the utility sites here. Picnic table. There's this like site 2A. There's a nice 3A here. It has this nice shady spot here. It's got quite a large, like an older tree. They got a nice shady area there. A lot of the other ones are full sun. And you can see the rest of them going down around the corner. Now there's a big pull through right there on that corner. You can see that one there. And some of the other ones there, you can tell they're quite long. There were fifth wheels and larger Class A's in some of these this morning. And this one right here on this corner area has quite a large pull through. Although it leaves you exposed to a little bit more traffic. That's a site number 13 there. And I was just going to show you, if you have dogs, I wanted to show you this. This is looking back at the day area from the end of the utility areas, and you can see the long fence going all the way back to my site there at 1. And there's those large trees, but you have that large, huge open area. So it's pretty nice if you have dogs. And then as you come around to the south, here's the lake out here. You can tell it's a real nice day. Looks like we've got some afternoon clouds coming in there, but yeah, you have nice access here. It's real nice to walk down to the lake there. Little sandy area, and there's a creek running out also. Walk down here and give you a little better look. Yeah, there's the lake, and of course, as you can see, Conconully is really tucked into this mountain area. You got mountains basically on both sides. You're in a valley here. And you can probably can't see them in the camera, but there's a couple boats out there on the lake doing some fishing. Yeah, there is a creek running down in that through that sandy area there. I wanted to show you some of the other sides of the travel trailer. We have these other sites here. This one is Site 31. It's called a primitive, or economy site, I should say. Not a primitive, but an economy site. I think it's because the driveway is just real short, made for a tent camper or maybe a camper van or something like that. And as opposed to, we swing over here, this one's a standard site. Both of them have picnic tables and fire pits, but as you can see by the standard site, it's quite long, so you can get a pretty good sized rig in there. And like this is 19, and let's see, we look there, you got the little B, that was their label that they used here for a standard site. But as you can see, it's quite large. You can see there's a Class A that's sitting in one of those standard campsites there. Well, good morning. It's early in the morning here, and I think there's only about 3 campers left in the campground here. So anyway, I'm getting ready to run down my checklist and get hooked up and head over and dump my tanks and head back home. It's been a great time here between Nason Creek and the Conconully State Park. We've had a pretty good time. So anyway, I'll let you guys view some still pictures. Last night we had a lot of interesting, and we had about 10-15 deer come through the camp here. It was pretty interesting. Got some pictures of them and stuff. So we'll say goodbye and happy trails, and I'll leave you with some of the still pictures from our trip up into the Sinlahekin Valley, and also the deer from last night. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Also, leave your comments or questions you have for us down below also. Look for our next video where we take a drive and explore the Sinlahekin Rd from Conconully to Ford Lake.